So make yourself comfortable and tell me once you're ready with your interview now. Varsha, tell me about who gave you this name Varsha, and tell me something synonyms of Varsha also.
So my name Varsha was given by my aunt, my paternal aunt, and
Okay.
synonyms would be barish, pani, like all these meaning on the same note only. There was no
So
specific thought about it.
so Barish is one, but Pani is a synonym of
No,
Varsha.
it's not a synonym. It's a kind of sub part.
Subpart is not what I'm looking at. Tell me synonyms if you know more.
Sir, I can't recall the more synonyms.
Okay. So tell me your birth sign, sun sign.
So I don't believe in this, so I haven't actually googled or like there is no kundali also that is made for me. But I should have
No,
known.
I'm not looking at Kundali. I'm not looking at anything. There are sun signs for every person who's born in this
Hmm.
earth. So you must be also having a sun sign.
So I'm not sure about it. I've read about it in a newspaper based on dates and months, but not sure about it.
Okay. So tell me the reason why you don't look into Kundlis and all those things. Why you don't look into all such aspects. Generally, people have interest in astronomy, looking into horoscopes.
Sir, I think it's all psychological. Like if you read it and you think something is like going to happen with me, so maybe you make your mind in that way. So I think working your part should be the main thing, and astrology, astronomy, these are secondary things. So maybe that's the reason I don't really give so
Okay,
much importance to this.
understood. So tell me what's your lucky number and why?
So as per astrology, so I don't know, but I believe it's five. Like in general, that's my assumption.
Okay, and why?
So just a number, like we are a family of five. Initially, we used to
Why
be a
is
family of
it
five.
lucky? Number five.
Sir, I just assume based on my strength in my family, so I always thought five is lucky for me.
Okay. So Varsha, tell me, you belong to Delhi or you were earlier in some other place also?
Sir, I basically belong to Chhapra, Bihar, but then father was in army, so we kept
Oh,
on moving, and then later on settled in Delhi since 2013.
can you tell me which all places you've seen with your father in army, starting from your birth?
So hmm. when I was very young, so we were in Patiala, so I can't really recall things about it. Then we were in Jodhpur. After that,
Till
when
what
I
age?
was
Keep telling me about your age also. Okay, what age you were in Patiala, then what age you left, and all those things.
okay, so in Patiala, I guess I was up to 2 years only. And then we shifted to Jodhpur. There we spent around 3 4 years. So when I was in like second or third, we moved to Lucknow. And then when I was in around sixth or seventh, we moved to Pathankot. And then I completed my study in Pathankot. After completing 12th, we shifted to Delhi. So I did my graduation and post graduation in Delhi, and later on, job was there.
You said you were in Pathankot till which class or which year of your age?
Uh, till 17 up to 2013.
Say again.
Up to 17 years of age, 2013, May 13 or June 13, whatever you may say.
Okay. And then after Pathankot?
Then I started my college in Delhi, and we also shifted to Delhi only.
Okay. So you shifted to Delhi, that's why you came to this college in Delhi, or you wanted to shift to Delhi and study in Delhi, so your parents shifted to Delhi?
Yes, a second option. I wanted to do education from Delhi, so Delhi University. And then later on, they also shifted.
Okay. Original plan was to shift where other than Delhi?
Sir, alternative plan was to shift in Lucknow because we stayed there for some more time. So that's why.
Okay. So tell me, out of all these places, which place did you like the most and why?
Uh, Sir, I think I liked Lucknow. Apart from Delhi, I like Lucknow because I spent uh, longer duration there, and it was the time when I shifted from my primary to secondary. So it was a kind of different experiences in my brain that maybe that lively time period that's in my memories. So I like that place more.
Can you share some of your memories, some 4, 5 such incidents which happened in your life which you liked?
So it was general of the school time with the school friends, but we used to visit like on weekends. We visited places like Bada Imam Bada. That was a unit visit, so everyone was there. That's the major thing I could recall. And along with that, we used to go the residency. There's a place in Lucknow, so weekend visits to these places. And sometimes we used to go like weekly market in Sadar Bazaar, and walks also was there a part of that. Specific incidents that I could recall.
I can understand all these places are there. Okay, I can understand all these places are there in Lucknow, but you said your memories of Lucknow are something which are worth remembering, or you said ki it was a good time there. So how was it good? I have not understood. You are telling me some places that you visited. So there are some places in other places also, historical monuments, other good places which are there in Delhi, Jodhpur, Patiala. So does it make less interesting?
Sir, no, that's not the idea. Basically, my family is less outgoing, so I don't know for what reason. There we used to visit more to different places. So afterwards, the family time or the visits to different places started. Time was getting less, so maybe that could be the reason. And my friends over there were very good. Maybe the time
Any
period that
friends
I
whom you
spent there.
remember? Okay, any friends whom you remember from Lucknow days?
Yes, sir. There's a friend of mine, Shalini Pooja. We are not very good friends, but when we catch up periodically, like hi, hello, and the whereabouts about each other.
Okay. So what do you mean by not very good friends and hi hello only?
So not in touch for like regular basis. That's the essence I meant.
Okay. So tell me anything which you like in Delhi.
So there are various places to visit, like for a small catch up also. In general, gardens and all. Rest is
Hmm. So
uh,
tell me which all places.
so places like Lodi Garden. It's very good natural scenes and a family place to visit. and Sundar Nursery. That's also very good, and a peaceful environment is there. One
Nursery,
place,
you mean to say?
sorry, sir.
You said nursery.
Sir, Sundar Nursery, it's basically a park-like nursery, but it's meant for walks and recreational and the family picnic spot type things. And
Okay.
recently, I
Close.
visited one Banshera Park. I really like that place. So places like this are more in Delhi, where you can just generally hang out.
Anytime you visited any historical monument?
Yes, sir. Lately, I didn't visit it, but before I visited Red Fort and
When,
Humayun Tomb.
when was this? Red Fort, when was Humayun tomb?
Humayun Tomb last year I visited around April 25,
Okay.
and Red Fort I visited long back, like I think 4 5 years back.
Okay. Any other place?
Qutub Minar also I visited last year only. Purana Killa I
So since
visited again 4 5 years back.
okay, can you tell me anything about these monuments that you have seen? All these monuments, any historical history, anything which you can recollect about these monuments?
Hmm. Sir, in Purana Killa there's a pond where boating facility is there. So it
Hmm.
gives a
I'm
very
talking
cool
about
vibe.
history.
History.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we enter Purana Killa at the gate, Buland Darwaza, there is a stone, and on that a pallet is kept mentioning about the history of that place being constructed by Humayun and later on by Sher Shah Suri. Now that it's in a very dilapidated state, but still people visit there. Another thing I can recall, that's about Red Fort. Uh, at various places, especially at the entrance only, information with respect to its construction and the ingredients used for its construction, it's mentioned there. Uh, and also when you
You can
enter
tell
Red
me
Fort,
that also, na? Whatever is mentioned there, how do I know? You have to tell me.
okay. So one thing I can recall about Red Fort, it was mentioned it's being constructed by Shah Jahan. Yes, Shah Jahan, when he decided to move his capital from Agra to Delhi, and it's
Which
being
year?
somewhere around 1640, uh, near about that.
Before that, he was in Agra.
He decided to shift to Delhi, so then he constructed this fort.
Huh? So before that, he was in Agra.
Before that, capital was Agra.
Where was he sitting? In Delhi or in Agra?
Sir, he was sitting in Agra. There is a Agra fort also on the same note as the Red Fort is made.
Yeah. So you can tell me exactly what happened because I'm getting confused. You're saying he shifted his capital from Agra to Delhi in 1640 approximately. So that means he was sitting till 1640 in Agra, then he shifted to Delhi. That's what you're saying?
Sir, the construction of Red Fort was started near about 1640. That's what I meant. So
Okay.
after completion of the construction, he only shifted his whole.
When was it?
Sir, about completion and shifting, I am not sure the timeline.
So did he ever shift to Delhi?
Uh, Sir,
Okay, other monuments. Qutub. Qutub Minar, Humayun Tomb.
Humayun Tomb, it's again when we enter, there is mention about the being constructed by Baga Begum uh, in around 1579 to 80, and the
Say again
construction
the year.
style
Say again the year.
1579 to 1580.
And who's this lady who constructed it?
She was one of the queens of Humayun.
Queen of Humayun.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
It is constructed in Persian and Indian style, and that garden is constructed in Charbagh Mughal style, wherein the main monument is placed in at the center, and then there is a Charbagh style garden. Fountains being the integral part of the architectural system. All these details were mentioned.
Okay, Qutub Minar.
Qutub Minar, so being a 12th century UNESCO site, it is constructed by Kutubuddin Aibak, started around 1199, and further three more stories in the Qutub Minar were being added by Iltutmish. Uh, Also, there is a Mehroli iron pillar nearby Qutub Minar,
Hmm.
which is famous for its
Okay.
being rust free.
Who constructed it?
So that pillar.
Pillar. Hmm.
So we'll have to revisit this thing.
Okay. Tell me something about Delhi's history.
Uh, so Delhi was established majorly because being near to the trade centers and the centers from where invaders could come in India. Also, Jahanabad, I think that is the trade center which is situated nearby.
How far?
There's a historic place, Chandni Chowk.
How far is Jahanabad?
Uh, so no idea.
You said invaders could enter India near Delhi. So, which is that place which people entered, invaders entered near
So
Delhi?
from northwest frontiers, usually they used to enter from Bolan Pass, and
How far is that?
so that is far. I'm not sure about distance, but after rough terrain,
Where is
Delhi is the
where is
major.
Bolan Pass now? In which state or which part of India?
Sir, I think it should be in Punjab or Rajasthan
Should be,
border.
or are you sure?
I am not sure, sir.
Okay. Or is it not in India now?
Sir, I'm not sure, but it could be a part of northwest frontier, which was later on merged with Pakistan.
Okay. Do you remember how far was India's boundaries stretched at that time? Mughal era.
Uh,
Presently, some countries, if they were also part of India, so how far is it northwest?
okay. Uh, Sir, some portion of Pakistan, like Lahore and the historical portion of Kandahar, that was also a part of India. But with subsequent change of regime and decline in power, the portions got merged into
Kandahar is
different.
in which country? Kandahar is in which country?
Sir, I have to read, but I think now it's in Afghanistan.
Okay, you said some portions of Pakistan. So do you mean to say कि complete Pakistan was not part of India earlier?
Complete Pakistan was part of India, but with subsequent change in regime in Mughal Empire, the some portions got in and some portions got out when they were established an independent regime by different leaders.
Who were those leaders who could establish some part of Pakistan outside India?
Sir,
Okay. So, Varsha, I can also see from your PIQ that you have been working somewhere earlier also, and now you are also working.
yes,
So, tell me your present occupation as well as past occupation. Tell me all about your duties that you performed in your past also. Uh, Go chronologically. First, finish all the past thing and then. Okay, I'll repeat.
yes,
Can you hear me now?
yes, sir.
Go chronologically. Tell me about your past occupation as well as present occupation. Tell me about the duties that you performed, including your likes and dislikes, the people you remember from your past occupation as well as in your present occupation. All those people
Okay,
who have impressed you or those who are not uh, good in your impression, they are not matlab to your liking. Also reasons for leaving the past occupation, and why do you want to join ta with present occupation, that also you can make a part of your present in chronological order.
okay. Sir, right now I am working as assistant manager in National Housing Bank, which is a statutory organization and one of the IFI also, established in 1988 to promote housing finance sector in India. Uh, before that, I used to work as probationary officer. Later on, promoted as assistant manager in Indian Bank. So currently, I am posted in audit department. My major tasks are to conduct quarterly audits of different departments and regional offices of the organization. And apart from that, we also prepare various agendas for the board meetings and ACB meetings, wherein we put on the status about the uh, progress of audit observations and various different type of audits being conducted by the organization to ensure that systems and checks are in place and internal control mechanism are being maintained properly. Uh, Apart from that, there are various committees for which we are responsible, like Internal Assurance Committee, Advisory Committee, and different ORMCs, Operational Management Committees, for which we have to prepare the agenda and the status note. Then there are different interdepartmental correspondence, MIS, that we have to ensure, and statutory compliances and correspondence with RBI. Before, when I used to work in Indian Bank, I was majorly involved with operations, branch operations, and retail credit. So the general operation things like uh, banking operations of NEFT dealings, cash dealings, or account management. That was the major task. And retail credits like personal loan, car loan, that was all part of the portfolio. Uh, Okay, so the people I have a friendship with or I like in the my current organization is majorly it's Bhavna that and Ankit. They are my colleagues, so I have a great interaction with them, and we are on like in regular touch about the basic day to day things that we are doing, and whenever we need help from each other. even for the official work. Like if I am not available for any XYZ reason, so she might do my part, or likewise I also do the things that are not in my portfolio, but just to ensure that work is done on time basis, and uh, work is not hampered. That is the main agenda. About the people in my previous organization that I could remember is basically Joy sir and Meenakshi ma'am. Meenakshi ma'am was my manager, so she was the first manager of mine. So she guided me about how we have to proceed in different situations in branch banking, which involves sometimes critical situations when different kind of customers are approaching. Joy sir was very supportive whenever there is any kind of issue that, being a newcomer in the system, I'm not able to handle. He used to help me, and stepwise things he guided me, like all the technical things in the system that was being guided by him. Uh, yeah, that was the major portion about my previous organization. Uh, there is nothing as such that I dislike about my current job or my previous job, but I left my previous job for better opportunities. So that was the thing. What I like about my current job is the work life balance it provided. Sometimes I have to work in my extra hours also, like on weekends also, but that is to ensure that the work is done on priority basis if it is required. And my seniors and my colleagues all are very supportive, except a few times situations which is a natural personal human emotion, so it happens at times, but otherwise major of the things are okay. uh, there is no one specifically that I don't like, but sometimes because of the internal politics of the in the department or in the organization, uh, it happens that we might not like somebody, but that is very transitionary, it's not a permanent thing. About TA sir,
Can
so
you
like I
elaborate?
mentioned,
Can you elaborate on this
elaborate.
internal politics that you said and what happened?
Sir, there are many incidents wherein I feel some people are very good at presenting things more than they are doing. So
Give
sometimes
me
it,
some two, three incidents so that I understand it better. Which happened with you?
sir, I have to make a note of it. I've not noted down any incidents. It's just in my brain.
Yeah, you can recollect, take your time, think about it, tell me your answers.
Sir, one of such incidents which I could remember is like for one last ACB meeting only, I prepared all the agendas and I placed it to my manager also. But somehow he was not able to look at it, and later on, it kind of looked like as if the work was not done timely from my side. Though I did it on time and I gave 2 3 reminders also to check the draft and content if anything or any change is required, due to which in order to ensure that those are sent on timely basis, we have to come on Saturday to ensure that the agendas are placed to the competent authority. So that is okay, but
Okay. This is in present of you. This happened. Your voice is getting cut off.
Okay. So you could not hear. Shall I repeat the previous statement?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Sir, I was saying that one of such incidents that I could recall is the agendas that has to be placed before the last ACB that happened in July 2025. Uh, July 2025, yes. So I prepared all the agendas and I placed it to my manager to just review and comment if any change is required. Uh, he made it like he'll look at it and inform, but even after 2 3 reminders the work was not done, and to the HOD it was represented as if it was not completed from my end and I did not do the task on time. So just to ensure the work is completed on time, we had to come on Saturday and Sunday to ensure the timely submission.
Okay. And who's this manager? What's his name?
Sir Atul.
Atul.
Hmm.
Okay. Any other incident? Internal politics.
Sir, various small incidences, like it keeps on happening, but it's not something that can be kept in mind. Like if you
Tell
are
me,
preparing some
uh,
consolidated book, wherein you have to put the status of different portfolios handled by different people in your department,
hmm.
but you are not getting information on timely basis, so it becomes
Okay.
difficult to submit the consolidated status to the competent authority, but you are the person responsible to give the status, so responsibility always lies with you. So that
Okay.
becomes like coordination task, but sometimes it's represented as it's lacking from your end.
Okay. So did Atul, as you said, he is your manager. Did he any time other than this also ticked you for any such things?
So small transitionary incidents, like in general, running nature, not of a critical or serious things.
Okay. You also mentioned personal human emotions. Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean by that personal human emotions?
Sir, I just meant that sometimes small incidences when, like, if you're not keeping good physically or mentally, so small incidences also affect you for the time being. That's what I meant.
Okay. Can you give me one such example so that I understand it better?
Sir, we'll have to work on this.
Go over it, think, and then tell me.
Sir, right now I can't recall the
Okay.
small thing.
You said you change your job for better opportunities. Can you elaborate on that? What are those better opportunities which are available in present job which was not there in earlier job?
Sir, basically, previously I was working in public sector bank. Now it is a I5, so it is better in status and better
Okay.
perquisites are here. So more monetary component.
Okay. You have to be more share more details so that I know what is difference. I don't know how it is better status, what perks you were getting there, how is it different.
Sir, basically, public sector bank it's more of a public dealing, and here we don't have any public dealing. It's a Basically, everything is internal. Whatever has to be reported, whatever has to be done, timelines are internal. Everything is internal. So there is no as
So
such
how
problem
is
with
it
public
that
dealing.
public dealing was not a good thing in your way of understanding, and internal is better?
It's not like sir, public dealing is not good, but personally, I felt that working in a all India financial institution is better for my career, as well as more of the monetary components is here. And
How much monetary difference?
sir, around 30,000 at least.
30,000. So your present perks are how much?
Only perks.
Total salary.
Currently, it is around 15 to 16 lakh CTC.
15 to
16.
CTC
Yes.
per annum.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you said 30,000 is the difference. So what was the earlier CTC then?
Uh, Sir, like I worked in there since 2019 to 21. So that time it was monthly salary was around 80 or something. So it comes to around 10, 11 lakhs.
10, 11 lakhs.
Somewhere in between.
So if I have to take a 5% or 10% increase from 11 lakhs, to
Hmm.
calculate your exact income as on today after 4 years, assuming 21 you left, 10% increase with 11 lakhs, what would be your salary today? Calculate exact and tell me answer.
So around 11 lakhs, can I take it on 10 lakhs? Like,
No.
sir, somewhere around 30, so somewhere around 14 lakhs.
My question is exact, not around. You're a commerce student, good in auditing, good in banking.
Sir, 13 lakh 95,000.
13 lakh?
95,000.
Sure or not sure, or you want to recalculate?
Uh, Sir, exact calculation, it's getting difficult. So I just gave an approximate value.
Looking at your background and your studies, I'm sure you can calculate better and exact. So
Sir,
you either have to be sure or you have to tell me कि you want to say कि you want to recalculate.
sir, just I need 1 minute. I'll just think.
Okay. Okay, leave it. Okay, tell me one of your biggest achievements in your previous job and one which you have done in your present job.
Sir, my answer, if I can give,
Yeah, go ahead.
14 lakh 17,000.
14.17.
Yes, 14.17.
This is your final and correct answer as per you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me one biggest achievement in your previous job, one in present job till now.
Sir, in my previous job, I was the officiating manager for around 6 7 months. So during that time, I did one uh, housing loan for around 10 crores. Basically, it was not in my power. So I had to do the licensing and like cooperating with the agent, getting all the documents done, visiting the sites, uh, liaising with the ZO officials, office officials who are actually authorized to give this sanction, and then ensure the disbursement. The first disbursement happens in around 10 to 15 days of receiving their proposal.
Okay.
And in current job, okay, in last audit only, the audit for quarter June, we reported. Usually, what happens is whenever we give any observation, most of the observation remain open beyond the stipulated timeline, even after the rigorous follow up. But this time, even after reporting 68 audit observation, out of which 43 were in high risk category, we ensured the timely like closure of all the 68 observations, so that the status that is reported to ACB, and in general the observations which are of high risk are solved at the within the timeline, ensuring that remedial actions are also being taken for internal checks and controls.
Okay. Tell me two such decisions which you had taken in your present job, which you want to reverse, change.
Sir, I can't recall any such very critical decision that I would have taken
Okay.
in.
In your life, two such decisions which you had taken. Tell me two such decisions which you had taken in your life, not in job now, in your life, which you want to change.
Sir, sir, I can't recall any such major decision because most of the things
Okay,
I
let
think
it be a
about
minor decision.
final decision over what?
Let it be a minor decision. You're saying no such major decisions. I am saying let it be a minor decision.
Sir, I think initially in class 12th I had this thing that Delhi University, it is like uh, one of the top universities, and studying over there is the uh, it's something which is going to give some kind of different vibe. Although it was a very good experience, but I think it didn't mattered much in long term. So matlab, like if I would have studied somewhere else also, I don't think much difference would be there.
Okay, and why such feeling?
Sir, because when I joined Venkateshwar College or Delhi University, so
Hmm.
it was based on these news about the placements that we get from the colleges.
Okay,
But when I actually saw the placement situation, like the one that is being reported in newspaper, it is mostly about the one of such cases. In usual term, it is a general package of 6 to 7 lakhs. So I thought that it's not really making much difference that people are perceiving and what's actually is there on the ground.
okay. So what happened during your time placements?
So like I said, only one of the cases where such high packages are being offered. Rest, I also got a placement that and the amount was around same. It was CTC of 7 lakhs.
Okay, which company?
Sir, it was basically in KPMG, and then and one more I got that was in one of the startup companies.
Okay, you didn't join.
I actually didn't join because I was preparing for a government job, so I didn't want to join.
Okay, can you tell me all the names of the jobs that you tried, appeared, prepared, and what was the result?
Okay. Sir, so I started preparing during my post graduation. So I prepared for FCAT and CDS before PG only, and after that I explored my options, and I prepared for CGL
You have
and
to tell me
banking.
all the exams that you appeared, what happened, and what was the result.
Sir, I appeared for CGL in 2016 and 17. In 16, I could not get through the phase 2 exams, and in the next phase, I got through the whole process, but I didn't join. And then I
Keep
also
telling me reasons also because keep telling me all the possible details, result, what happened, why you didn't join, everything, all put together.
Sir, I got audit assistant post in through CGL, but then I was also preparing for IBPS exam. So at that time, before getting this result, I got my IBPS result. So I joined there itself. That's why I didn't join the one. IBPS I got in for the first time when I appeared for it, and
When?
in 2018 I appeared for it, and in 2019 I joined.
Okay.
And I also appeared for SBI exam. So likewise, the same result it came later on. So before that only I joined IBPS. So that was the reason. And after joining there, I was not giving exam for quite some time. Then after resigning in 2021, I gave a state PCS exam. So I appeared for UPPCS. Uh, before I
UP.
UPPCS, Uttar Pradesh
Okay.
Public Services.
Understood. Understood. Huh? Go ahead.
I for the first time I could not uh, like I cleared the prelim, but I could not go after mains. For the second time, I appeared for interview, but I could not get in merit. Got short of 35 marks,
Hmm.
and then I appeared for this NHB's exam, and I joined in 2023, and that's the whole story.
Okay, AFCAT, CDS, you haven't told me anything.
Sir, I told you like okay, not in elaborated manner.
Yeah, I want all details possible.
Sir, I prepared for it in 2015, and then 2016 to 17. I appeared for various entries 6 times. For the first time, I went to AFSB Varanasi, so I was conference out. After that, I could not screen in for 5 times, so that was the thing. I came back and analyzed my weaknesses, but then along with that, I had to move on also to explore other career options. Then I started my exploring alternative career options.
Okay. And can you tell me how did you prepare first time when you were conferenced out, and then what went wrong in all your further attempts?
Sir,
Give me
for
at least five reasons as per you what went wrong.
okay, uh, for the first time, like I was already prepared before. Also, I prepared for CDS, but I could not give because my exams were there. So after completing my graduation, or on the first final year of the graduation, I prepared for it, and self preparation was there basically for the written portion. After clearing the written, I took guidance from one of the coaching institute in Delhi. So
Which
that
one?
it was from Balnoi,
Okay.
and then I appeared for my SSB interview. I think in interview there were some portions in TAT story making, the organization or the timing, uh, due to which some gaps were there, and some gaps could have been there in the outdoor task as well, which would have collectively led to this result. Uh, and then about the screening
Some
out,
gaps means what happened to, as per you, what gaps you are saying in outdoor task?
sir, it happened quite long back. So I think, but that time I came back and analyzed. So maybe the execution portion, or
Means, if I can put it as something like, was it physical activity which you were not able to do? Was it participation? What was the gap?
but I think participation I did completely from my side, but maybe lacking on the part of execution with respect to that, using efforts and the things that they give to reach to a certain goal, maybe lacking somewhere in that portion.
Okay.
And
And
about the TAT, so I may not have prepared practiced well, so maybe time constraint
but
I
you
could not
said
join.
you went to Balnoi, so you must have been given sufficient coaching there also.
uh, yes, sir, I was guided whatever their curriculum or their guidance would have been, but maybe I was lacking on my part only to execute that. Uh, in a timely manner. So I
Was it difficult to complete, or you could not attempt only, or your ideas did not produce the effective results?
Sir, I tried to complete, but I think two, three stories could not have reached to it final conclusion in the right
Okay,
way that it should have been.
un- understood. And tell me about what happened in other five, which you are saying you were screened out. How was it that you were trying to improve every time? What efforts were you making to improve every time? Because you said five times, so at least give me some five such things which you tried, which you incorporated in your future attempts so that you could clear.
Uh, sir, sir,
Some
after coming back,
some tactics which you may have employed, used to change, improve.
sir, after coming back, I tried to give more time to this PPDT portion and the narration, uh, but somehow it could not give the desired result. So the direction in which the effort was made, I think that was not correct.
But not every time it cannot happen. Na? You were changing, trying to improve, and still not working out. Then what other changes were required which you could not do? And again, five times you appeared, but nothing happened.
Sir, I think I needed to give more time to. If I was facing problem, I needed to have dedicated more time for this thing, and should have taken my friend's opinion also in that regard. But I did it as a solo task.
Okay. Now, talking about your, I'll skip your percentages scored in various exams. Tell me about the friends you had, and who are your close friends? Whom do you spend more time with, and in what kind of activities? Also, tell me their names. Tell me about your teachers or superiors or colleagues whom you like or dislike.
Hmm.
Also, tell me about your teachers who liked you and who did not like you and reasons.
Okay.
Also, tell me about your family members. How do you spend time with them? In what kind of activities? Who's close to you and why?
Okay, sir. Uh, so, sir, on regular basis, especially talking about my very close friends. So, I have three very close friends: Neha, Megha, and Vandana. They have been
Neha.
my friends. Neha, Megha, and Vandana.
Okay.
They have been my close friends since 2018.
Okay. 2018 onwards, they are your close friends.
Yes.
Okay.
Before
That
that,
means
my college. I have
after
two
finishing your
close.
college, post graduation, they became your friends.
Yes, sir.
So earlier, who was your friend?
Yeah, I was coming to that. From my college, I have two very close friends, Prashant and Priya.
Okay.
They have been since 2013 with me. And for school friends, so like I said, since we kept on changing school, so we have just, I have just normal casual friends. We catch up like about the whereabouts and general well-being. Uh, so for how I spend my time with them. So I basically since Vandana, Neha, and Megha, they are not staying here. They are all in different places. So
Which
whenever
place?
Neha is in Lucknow, Vandana is in Nagpur, and Megha is in Mumbai.
Okay.
So, it hardly happens. Last year only we met, but it was not a union type thing. We meet like she Vandana is from Delhi only. She came to Delhi, so we met. And last time I went to Lucknow, so I met with Neha. We just generally catch up and chit chat about the things. In general terms, we talk about how we how the day went in a 2 or 3 day basis, or if we in general we feel low, or something is not happening right in our life, so we just discuss that, and just share our thoughts on that. uh, Rest, about the people, about my teachers, if I would say. So in school, there was a Darshan sir who was my maths teacher. I really admired him. His timing, he was very punctual, and he was very clear in his teaching style. So that was something I really admired about him. And one more, Indu Bala ma'am, she was my accounts teacher. So the way
Which
she used
class?
to, in 12th, 11th and 12th.
Hmm. Okay.
So she
And
used to,
maths teacher was in?
uh, 8th to 10th.
Okay.
So for both the teacher, the
Continue.
teaching style, the step by step clearing even a small doubt, and dedicating to extra time also if required by any student, that was appreciated. About the colleagues or superiors, so one of the manager of mine, that is Sagar sir, I really appreciate his style of working, especially the way he ensures that time is completed, work is completed before time, or at least on time, ensuring the timelines. And also, if you face any kind of issue, even a small query about something, he always entertains that, and takes extra initiative to ensure that whatever is required, be it a dump of any information or any interdepartmental communication, that he could do better. So
Okay.
he's doing from his part.
Understood. You can skip this. You said when you were feeling low or something not happening right in your life, you discussed it with Neha, you said, no?
Neha, Megha, Vandana, any three of us, we discuss.
Okay. So tell me one incident which you discussed with all three when things were not happening right and when you were feeling low.
Okay. So recently, when I could not clear this, okay, I didn't mention about the RBI exam that I also gave. So last year I gave RBI Grade B exam, so I could not get into final merit. Lost it by 1 marks. So that was something I felt very bad about, and I think that's the last discussion I made on a very serious note with Neha. I discussed everything that was coming to my brain, like all the preparation thing, and what went wrong also. That I also discussed. So I think I lagged majorly on the description written exam, because of which
Okay.
that 1 mark gap was there. Uh, Other thing I could recall is last year, Vandana's father was not well and he was hospitalized. So she came here. Then during that time, I went to meet her. And
That
then
is
that was,
Vandana's law, no? That is Vandana's law. I am talking about your laws, your things which not happening right with you.
sir, major thing that I could recall in a latest incident, that was the one I shared. Other things are very small in nature, so that becomes a part of general whereabouts.
Okay. And Megha,
I did not share anything serious I could remember. Like if I'm sharing with one person, so it is like I'm shedding out my emotions.
Okay. Tell me one such incident where you shed your emotions with Megha, other than this incident.
Uh, Sir, latest that I could recall was this. Before that, when I could not clear my
Okay.
UPPCS exam, so that was something. But it happened in 2023 only. So that I discussed with
Well,
Megha
tell
when
me
she came
about
here.
your family now.
Yes, sir. So in my family, my father is there. My father is a retired subedar, and now he is working as a shift in charge in DDA. My mother is a housewife.
He was in which regiment? He was in
He
which
was in
regiment
ordnance.
of army?
He was
Say
in
again?
ordnance.
Ordinance.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, Now working as a shift manager in DDA. My mother is a
Hmm.
housewife, and I have an elder brother who is also working in army, and my sister
As
as a havaldar.
what's he doing?
He's an aspirant
In which
technician.
regiment?
He's also in ordnance,
Okay.
and
How
I have an elder
much
brother.
elder?
Sorry, sir.
How much elder? Brother,
Uh,
how much
6 years.
elder?
6 years.
6 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I have
Sister,
an
how much
elder
elder?
3 years.
Okay.
She
What's
is
her
working
name?
as a team leader in MNC company.
Name.
Amrita.
Okay. Continue, huh?
Okay. So she is working as a team leader in one of the MNC company. About the family time, so basically, we generally, whenever we get sometimes that everyone is here, we sit and have some tea and snacks and discuss about normal things that's happening in life, because usually everyone is getting less time these days. So, and if time permits, we go for a walk in park or a uh, like I said, we go out very rarely that it's happening that we are going out. So the one of the things we do is to go for a walk in a nearby park or some mall visit and have some meals like pizza or something, or order it at home and just have a
Okay.
dinner here only.
Whom are you close to? Whom are you close to?
Sir, I'm close to my mother and my elder brother.
Mother and elder brother both.
Yes,
Tell me one name.
my elder brother.
Reason.
Sir, I've always seen him as my support system. Like when I was about to leave my job, so generally people are always hesitant to leave government jobs. So like it's happening in every home. My parents were also skeptical about it, like if I should proceed with that way or not. I was also a little bit dicey that how to proceed with it. But he was the one. He was always there. He supported me in a way that if I really feel I could do something better or I need to give my time to decide for something more, so he completely supported me on that end. Uh, for joining TIA
Any
also,
other reason?
any reason? Sir, it was always a complete support from his side. Even for joining DU, he was the one who convinced
Hmm.
my parents that she should be, if she wants, she should be allowed and supported to go there.
Okay. Tell me any time you had a fight with your sister.
Sir, initially we used to had lot many fights, but after since she had been married since 2017, sorry, married since 2018, we didn't had any major fight, or I can't recall any such thing. It's just normal things happening.
Okay. Relationship with her.
It's quite cool. I share my things with her. Most of the things I share with her.
Tell
Uh,
me one such secret that you shared only with one member of your family.
Sir, it's a secret. How I could say.
Something which you can share with us.
Uh, So there is no as such grave secret, but little things like if you are buying something very expensive and you don't want your mother to know it. So I
Hmm.
usually inform my brother or my sister, like
Okay.
I'm doing this.
Tell me the most frequent advice that you have been given and who has given you that advice.
So my mom frequently keeps telling me to keep my room organized or neat so that things could be find like even in my absence they could find out where something is kept if I'm informing them. For example, like when I order something online and if some return or exchange has come up and I'm
Okay.
not there at home.
Any other advice other than getting organized?
Uh, yeah, one more thing, my mother asked me to wake up early in the morning. Like I usually wake up by 7:30, but she wants that it should be an early riser like 6 o'clock or something.
Okay. Tell me about your current affairs. How do you keep yourself updated on current affairs?
So can you repeat?
How do you keep yourself updated on current affairs?
Okay. Sir, I usually while since I travel like for 1.5 hour every day for reaching to office. So meanwhile, I just scroll social media. Some updates are there, and I see the e-newspaper. So it's
Okay, tell
something.
me the last three national news that you have seen or updated or read.
Uh, National news.
Hmm.
Uh, One news was regarding the BMC elections, that result of which came yesterday or day before yesterday. So
Okay.
that was one of the headlines. And other news is about India EU trade talks. So the 24 section points that they are discussing about trade, commerce, and other areas.
Okay.
One of the prominent news I could recall is about Indian authorities assuring the Indian people staying in Iran, so ensuring their safe evacuation.
Is it a national news?
From an Indian
Iran.
perspective, that they were saying. Okay,
Okay. So tell
one,
me what is the capital of Iran and who's the leader in Iran?
uh, then, sir,
Okay,
I'm
what
not
happened
sure about.
actually? People are protesting. What is the reason behind this protest? What is happening in Iran? What is the reason behind this protest?
Sir, majorly about the increasing inflation and the food inflation and the depreciating value of real currency and accusation of corrupt governance and an autocratic leader. That's the major reason.
Okay. So, what is the current value of Iran currency, and what is the currency there?
So real currency is real, but I'm not aware about the
Okay,
value.
okay. And tell me about defense army. What do you know, and especially about territorial army?
Okay. Uh, so, sir, army being one of the largest section of Indian Defence Forces, is employed to ensure the territorial integrity and ensuring the internal security as well as protecting the nation from external aggression. Uh, Having its genesis from the Imperial Army, was raised in 1895, and later on the army in its current form came up in 1950, having a strength of around 13 lakhs personnel, out of which 50,000 around officers cadre. Uh, there are different regiments like Jat Regiment, Sikh Light Infantry, etc. And
Tell me about ordinance. What is their role? Ordinance.
Sir, ordnance is involved with providing the uh, ingredients like clothing, uh, ammunition that different units need. Uh, Support system basically is being provided by ordnance.
Support system in terms of clothing and ammunition, you said.
Uh, and then, there's a unit in Delhi providing this aviation equipments and parts. So,
I've not understood the. Say again.
sir, I'm saying supply system including the clothing, ammunition, and uh, aerospace, what we say, aviation support also, equipments for aviation.
Okay. Have you heard about Army Supply Corps (ASC)?
Yes, sir.
So, what is different between ordinance and supply corps? What do they supply then?
I'm not sure, sir. I have to read.
Okay. Tell me about territorial army.
Uh, so territorial army is like secondary force established to provide support to Indian army, from in especially in case of emergencies like natural calamities or any such internal disturbance for which government assigns them the role. Uh, it has a strength of around 50,000 personnel in different departmental and non-departmental units. Uh, it's basically having its genesis from the 1857 independence, wherein the voluntary forces were raised. So in 1920, the Indian Territorial Army Bill was passed, and on 9th October, we celebrate the Territorial Army Day. It's because the first Territorial Army camp was inaugurated by Shri C. Rajagopalachari ji on that day in 1949. And
What was C. Rajagopalachari's appointment that time?
uh, so he
What
was
was
the
his appointment?
first Indian Governor General of India.
When? 1919?
1949.
1949. Okay. So, but you said 1919 they celebrated.
No, sir, I was saying 1919. I didn't say. I said in 1920 the Indian Territorial Defense Forces Bill was passed by
Okay.
Dr.
Okay.
Ji.
Continue. Okay.
So what I could uh, recall
Tell
about
me
it is
some famous names with who have joined territorial army.
so various politicians and celebrities have joined, but the first female in territorial army I could recall is Lieutenant Deepthi Rana. I think she was joined in 2022. She was in news. And the famous people, uh, yes, I think this. So there was a union minister, ex-union minister. Can't recall. I'm not able to recall his name.
Okay. Tell me what is the difference in training for regular army officers and territorial army officers?
Okay, so sir, for regular army officers, like in OTA, there is a 52 weeks training. But for territorial army people, there is 6 months training initially, and then followed by a minimum of 2 months of assignment every year.
6 months of training where?
Uh, I'll have to read them.
Okay. Who's the present boss of territorial army?
Sir, I think like for all the forces, president should be the supreme commander of territorial army also.
That's a smart answer.
Sir, I am not sure, but I think it should be the answer.
I'm asking the army person who is senior and boss of territorial army.
Sir, we'll have to read.
Okay. So tell me, okay, your two strengths and two weaknesses on which you're still working.
Sir, one of the my strength is basically taking initiative.
You
For
have to give
example,
me you have to give me example also taking initiative.
yeah.
Which example?
Recently there was a new system introduced in our organization for the record management. So it was given to us, like we can decide among us which who wants to do it in that way. So since I was
So you
aware of,
volunteered for it.
because I was aware of the filing and all
Okay,
which are there
understood. Understood. Second,
for the same.
strength.
Okay, that is other will be. I think I'm very cooperative and a team player. So example would be again the same, like when we are doing this internal audit, because most of the portion is being covered by my primary duties.
Okay.
So
Next,
internal audit,
weaknesses.
this it's like okay.
Weaknesses on which you're still working.
Sir, one of the weakness is finding time for my interest areas, because out of these daily schedule, it becomes difficult to keep a time specifically for that. But I try to give at least some time to my interest areas like playing badminton. So I try that I will give it on Saturday or Sunday to play it generally with my mother or with my uh, sister-in-law, whosoever is available.
Okay. Second,
Uh, Second, like I said, my mother keeps on pointing out about keeping the room in an organized way. So I try that I do it like before sleeping, if it's possible, to give it 5 minutes and organize.
okay. Can you tell me one such difficult situation which you have handled in your life, which was otherwise very difficult?
So one such situation about was in 2014, when my grandfather and grandmother both passed away in a span of like 4 or 5 months. So that was a low time.
Okay. And what do you do for physical fitness?
Sir, given the time schedule, I try to give at least 10 to 15 minutes every day just for normal stretching. And after coming back from office, if I feel like I do the again the same schedule, 15 to 20 minutes for the stretching things.
So that will be taking care of your physical fitness.
That's basically just to open up your body for physical fitness specifically.
As per your height and age and this, what should be your ideal weight?
Sir, should not be more than 54, 55.
It cannot be two weights. It has to be either one. Ideal weight is one.
54,
54. And how much is your weight now?
59.
How much overweight? Calculate exact once again. Tell me answer in two decimals.
Sir, 9.25.
Sure, or you want to recalculate?
Sir, as per current calculation, I'm sure.
I'm sure you have not calculated. You're giving a blind answer. How have you calculated? Tell me your method. How have you calculated?
So 5 divided by 54.
How much is it? How have you calculated 9.25?
Sir, just like near about figure, I could think.
That's why I'm saying you have blindly given an answer 9.25. Are you sure that it is 9.25 only, not 9.15 or 18 or 19?
No, sir, it cannot be more than 10 because 5.4 is 10. So I am overweight by 5. So it has to be somewhere in between 9 to 10.
So I have understood that. So tell me how have you calculated 9.25? Calculate orally and keep telling me ki this is this, this is this.
5, 490, 486. 9.2. Check these things out. Uh, Sir,
How
9
much is 4 of point 4 of 5.4
how much?
is point 0.4 out of 5.4 in terms of percentage.
Sir, exact figure.
Yeah. You said 54 is your weight, 59 is what you are actually having. So you're 5 kgs above.
Yes, sir.
So how did you arrive at 9.25?
Sir, I just divided 5 by 54 and then multiplied by 100.
So 500 divided by 54.
Sir, matlab, it should be 9.27, I think.
So 54 means 500 divided by 54. How much is 54 into 9?
54 into 9. 486.
How much is left?
14.
Tell
114.
me.
So 9.27, I think. 70, 360. 9.26.
So you can always calculate and tell me, no? That's why I said no. You were not calculating. That's why I said, ki, okay, is it a blind calculation?
Uh, Sorry, sir. Actually it felt like a more approachable answer. I will keep this in mind.
Okay. So, Varsha, that brings us to the end of your today's interview. So you can relax now. Take